What's up guys, it's me Jeremy and welcome to my guide for support positioning during teamfights. Teamfighting as a support is a somewhat complicated concept, and is fairly different to that of any other role. There are pretty much zero guides for this from what I can tell, but it is a huge part in playing support, and is crucial to doing well in these fights, especially if you did not win your lane. Alright, first we need to understand how teamfighting as a support works. As a support, your auto attacks are pretty much useless. Although they are not completely useless, it is not a significant amount of damage output from you. Your teamfight presence comes from your skills. And this leads into the first part of teamfighting as a support. I call this the high maintenance phase of teamfighting. This is at the very beginning of a fight, right as the initiation starts. This is when you want to blow pretty much all of your skills, especially your ultimate, as you'll be able to hit the most amount of people. This phase often consists of flash ults or spamming your CC. During this phase, you will probably not be auto-attacking, as it's not really safe for you to get that close to your opponents. The second part of teamfighting as a support I call the Kite Phase. This is when all of your high cooldown spells will probably be already used, so you will need to use your Q, W, and E abilities to help peel for your carries. You should be auto-attacking the person you are kiting during this phase. Kiting and protecting is the best thing for support to do in this phase, because you do not have enough damage to kill anyone, because if you try you will just get kited and blown up. So it is much better for you to kite for your carries, than it is to zone out your opponent's carries, as that isn't your job. If it comes down to it, the enemy carries can literally just ignore you entirely if they have to, because you have almost zero damage output. Now let's go over the actual positioning. During the high maintenance phase, you will likely have to get right in the middle or right in the front to use your skills to the greatest effect. However, you should not be in the very front, nor should you be the first person to jump into a fight, because you will most likely just get blown up, as you really are not that tanky, even if you are playing someone like Tark or Leona. Unless you have a lot of gold, which doesn't really happen unless you get a bunch of kills. Having a support initiate a fight is bad because it forces the fight way too hard, and it will be easy for the opponents to dive your carries, as you will have almost no way of stopping them. As a support, you want to be the follow-up initiate, and back up the initial initiator with your CC. So, during this phase, use all of your abilities on as many people as possible, and then back out, just enough to be out of range of the damage from the enemy carries, but not too far where it is hard for you to go back in. Once your skills come up again, you can go back in, and by this time it is probably safe to start auto-attacking, as you have likely killed or zoned out one or two people to the point that where you won't get instantly bursted. That or the fight is already over. Next comes the kiting phase. This phase starts as soon as any enemy tries to dive your carries. It's very possible that a fight will start without the high maintenance phase even taking place. As soon as you see someone going for your carries, you need to kite them like a madman. Use everything you have, even your large cooldown spells if you have them, to help kite for your carries. You need to do whatever it takes to keep your carries alive, be it using your CC, tanking, auto-attacking, or simply just trying to kill the one diving as fast as possible, to do your job and win the fight for your team. Your positioning will be similar to that of an AD carry during this phase, because you'll have to be pretty much next to them the whole time, protecting them with your life. This means that you'll be in the back, as opposed to diving in the middle. Once you kill their front line diving your carries, you can move on to the opposing carries and chase them down for an easy teamfight win, as long as some of your front line survived. So, that's it for my guide to support positioning in teamfights. I'd love it if you guys could support me with a like, an upvote on the Reddit thread, or some feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.